STDs, most people think of sexually transmitted diseases. And yes, that is the physical aspect of intimacy. What we're going to be dealing with is sexually transmitted demons, those negative energies that few are talking about, few know about, but has a detrimental effect on our energetic bodies, on our energetic selves, and how we step into soul sovereignty, carrying somebody else's negativity. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hi, and welcome to Oak Lore Duir. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Claire Attio. For those that are returning subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're not yet a subscriber, hit that button. Okay, so STDs, and I say that tongue in cheek, sexually transmitted demons. It's just an easy catchphrase, and I'm to basically start the conversation about these transference of energies, this intertwining of energies that can have such a detrimental effect as we move along our spiritual path. I also want to discuss the violation of trust and how that also has a massive impact on us stepping into our full power, of us losing, giving up, having our power taken from us. But I say that very tongue-in-cheek because nobody can take anything of us without us actually giving permission. It's not about they did this to me and they did that to me. This is about us stepping into the responsibility and taking accountability for everything that occurs in our life, be it good, bad, indifferent. That's the first step of soul sovereignty. That's the first step of personal development, is acknowledging the part that we played. And yeah, it is tough. It can be a bitter pill to swallow. And sometimes when you first start out and when you're still doing a lot of the healing work, it can be difficult to see the reasoning why, the part you played, why it happened, what's the lesson. It can be very difficult, and so we don't want to take that responsibility and the accountability. But the sexually transmitted demons, and I do say that tongue-in-cheek because I don't believe in the whole demons like we see on the TV, but I do believe in negative energy. And when we're intimate with somebody, then we are entwining, exchanging our energies. And if that somebody is not on a personal development path, not on a spiritual path, that doesn't mean that they're a bad person. That's the first thing. This is not a them and us. It's just a recognition. This is why it's so important to take the responsibility and the accountability for who you are and where you're at, and only dealing with those that are at the same frequency of you. It's not about I'm better than them, so I'm not going to mix with them. It has nothing to do with that, and everything to do with you looking after your energetic body. It's like you being an athlete and mixing with people that have got eating disorders. You wouldn't do it. You don't mix with those type of people, not because there's anything wrong with them, not because you're better than, but because they're not resonating where they are, and the life choices that they're making, they're not resonating with where you are and the life choices you're making physically. And it's the same energetically. We have to make these evaluations. We have to make these choices. And I wish I'd known Hindsight, you love it, don't you? It's all part of the journey. But I'm putting out this video because I would have loved to have known about this a decade ago. I would have loved to have understood it better, deeper, a decade ago. Because I intuitively knew not to mix with certain people. And even there were people that go, oh, she's really snotty. She thinks she's better than everybody else. And I had those kind of comments. And I think we've all kind of gone through those comments when we've made choices that don't resonate with people, or they think that we are looking down on them just because we don't want to participate. You can put that in any box of life. We've all had that. We've all experienced that. What I struggled with was, and that this has to do with where my confidence levels were at the time, was, am I? So it wasn't so much about what they were saying, it was about the inner talk that I was then taking in. I was taking in those energies, I was absorbing those energies, and then I was questioning my intuition. And if you've been on the journey for any time, you get to know very quickly you don't question your intuition. Even if it makes absolutely no sense to you whatsoever, follow it. We follow it. Because when we follow it, that is when magic happens. The divine, our spirit guides, our team, our pathway is in front of us. And we may not, depending on where we are in our spiritual journey, be able to see what's in front of us. But when we listen and we follow our intuition, we know that what's in front of us is going to be good. It's for us. It's leading us down a pathway which is aligned to us. And so when you start questioning your intuition, that is a real, we really don't want to go down that road. And so I would have loved to have had this information from this video a decade ago. When we are intimate with people, when we are in the company of, even, we don't even have to be intimate, but intimacy is what it says on the box. It's intimate, that it goes to greater depths. And this is why, because it's going to greater depths, it can create even greater damage. When we're having intimacy, when we're being intimate with another, we are intertwining those energies, and whatever they have in their energies, they become your energies as well. And a really good sign of knowing this is once all the lust, for want of a better word, that instantaneous gratification, physical gratification, lust has dissipated, what are you left with? What are you left with? What are you feeling? Are you still feeling elated? Are you still feeling connected? Or are you feeling that you need to cleanse yourself? That's a really good indication. And that's an awful thing to say, but there's a lot of people out there that do feel like that after they have been intimate with a person. And it has nothing to do with the fact that it's been casual sex or whatever you've been and done, whatever. I'm not going to pass any judgment on that. And everything to do with the energetic exchanges. And as I said, we talk about STDs in the physical sense as a disease, as catching some kind of infection, or because when we're intimate and sleep with one person, we don't know how many people they've slept with, and vice versa. They don't know how many people we've slept with. So how many people are actually in that bed? Now, I'm not saying that we have one partner for the rest of our lives. Wouldn't it be lovely if we were all able to find that partner and voila, you know, we have that compatibility and you grow together? That would be amazing. I'm not actually, but the reality of that is, because we've all had so much healing to do, and because we have all been breaking karmic cycles, and there's been huge amounts of things going on energetically, that has been quite difficult to achieve. what I'm saying is if you're on the spiritual path, have discernment. Have discernment over your energetic connections intimately. Have those conversations with that person. What have they actually done? Okay, they may be on their spiritual journey. Okay, they resonate with you. Okay, so the case scenario for me, because I'm as a single woman, and I'm not intending to be single for the rest of my life. So the case scenario for me is before, if I felt that, okay, this is somebody I feel that could be a potential life partner, because I'm not looking for hookups. This is a potential life partner. I would be looking to have a very open and very frank conversation about what has been done by that person, and to be open about what I have done energetically to clean that up, to ensure that when we do decide to take that next step to become intimate, that both of us feel safe and secure, that the other one is clean and clear of any negative energies outside of us, in the sense of it's not who we are as a soul sovereign being. There's no third party energies coming into that relationship. Energetically, we have cleared that path before we actually unite. And it is important. It sounds, I don't know, I suppose it can sound a little bit clinical, but it's massively important for your own health, the violation of trust. And if you have been on the healing journey, if you are on the healing journey, if you are walking to soul sovereignty, if you are looking to get into a new relationship, if you are taking this on board, the other aspect of it is, have you been pulling back those power losses? Have you been doing the work, doing the journeying, doing the healing to pull those aspects back to yourself? Because when a trust is violated, energetically, that creates in itself, it has the potential to create a massive energetic negativity. And very often what will happen if you are if you are on your spiritual path, we're all spiritual beings, but if you are on your spiritual path and you opened up some time ago, you're a very sensitive soul. And so in that violation of trust, a little bit of that trust would have gone and run off. The same as we have soul fragmentation, we can have these with other emotions as well. And what we need to do is we need to pull those back in. We need to create the space within ourselves, do the psychological healing, do the physical healing, the mental healing, the emotional healing. And then when we created a clean and clear space, we invite that trust back in, that fragmented part of ourselves back in, so that when we do go into a new relationship, we do so as a whole. We're not just going to offer part of ourselves to that person. We offer all of ourselves to that person. We've done the work. We have pulled back all those bits of trust that have been lost along the way, that have made us quite cynical, that have made us very, and we can offer that innocent trust. So yeah, it's because what you don't want to do is, you don't want to be starting a relationship where you're having to trudge through the mire. Will there be aspects where you have to learn each other's dynamics? Will there be little little red flags that come up that aren't really red flags, but actually it's a trigger, and you go, oh crikey, that was a trigger. There's obviously still more there for me to heal. Yeah, there will. But what you don't want to do is to go in as a completely unhealed person into a new relationship. You don't want to be taking the baggage and the BS that other people have put you through into a new relationship and put that onto this person that you're thinking, wow, they're really nice. I think we could really do something here, because it's going to be a complete non-starter. You're going to have that honeymoon phase, absolutely. But then if you start giving them all your baggage, and them you, all their baggage, both of you are just going to be sat there with each other's BS, weighed down and not able to move forward, not able to grow. Clear your baggage before you move forward into a relationship, into another relationship. If you're in a relationship and you've started the spiritual path, clean and pull back all your energies from all your intimate relationships. Make sure that all the ties are cut. And I've done a video on that. So cut all the ties, call back all your energy, discharge anything that's within you that doesn't even belong to you, that wasn't yours. Give it back, give it back to them, or give it back to ether. I'd like to give it back to ether, because if it's negative, I don't like to, it creates, for me, I believe it creates a karmic cycle. If you give it back tenfold, which is, you know, something that we've all heard, oh, give it back to them tenfold. It's theirs, they can deal with it. I don't find that very loving or compassionate. I like to transmute it, give it back to ether. There are times when my spirit guides go, there's a lesson in there for them. And what I actually do in those case scenarios is I go, right, okay, I'm going to hand it over to you guys. You and God decide what's needed. I don't get involved, and so I'm not creating that karmic cycle for myself. The majority of the time, you can just transmute it, send it back to ether with love. But you just need it out of your system. It doesn't belong to you. Get it out of your system. It's stopping you from seeing all and being all that you are, your true, authentic self. If you're carrying other people's energies, you cannot be your true, authentic self. As I said, if you're in a relationship, do that. Call back those energies. Untangle any energies that are still within you, but also encourage your partner to do it. Be on the same page. Encourage your partner, your current partner, hopefully they're your life partner, but your partner to do the same, to clean and clear the energies. It's not too late. It's never too late. I think we need to kind of get this. And I heard something the other day and I was just like, really? Because they were once again talking about the ascension symptoms and the process and what's going on. And yeah, everything they were saying is absolutely true. But there was this mentality that there is going to be a them and us, and there is going to be a big divide. There is an energetic division. There is, absolutely. I'm not going to deny that, but it was very much like the whole 2000, the world's going to come to the end, blah blah blah, and it's not going to be like that. We all live on this planet, and Mother Gaia loves every single one of us. God, divine, the universe, whatever you're prescribed to, loves every single one of us. And every single one of us has the option to become the truest versions of ourselves. Some are going to take longer than others because they have a lot of karmic cycles to work through. And unfortunately, if you've watched some of my other videos, you will know that some of them have actually created even bigger ones because they use their free will not to do what they came here to do this lifetime. So that, but they will have the opportunity to work through that. We are all going in the same direction. I just wanted to get on here to explain about being aware. Release those energies if you have them within yourself. Untangle them. Cut those cords if you've not already cut them. Clean and clear your system. Call back powers that have been lost, especially those of trust. We cannot be our true, authentic self if we are not trusting. If we've got bits of ourselves over here and bits of ourselves over there and bits attached to that situation and bits attached to that person because they did us, how are we supposed to go, okay, divine, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to fully trust you, because you're not fully trusting anything, because you've got all this fragmentation going on. Pull it all back. Pull it all back. Pull it all back into yourself. You deserve it. So that then you can start to really trust yourself, your connection to divine. You can trust life. You can trust the ascension process. You can trust where we're going and the magic that we are going to be, or I'm going to be creating. We're already started creating it. So I hope that helps. If it has, then please press that like button. If you have not yet subscribed, please press subscribe. And I shall see you on the next one. Take care.